who the hell knows with these things? It seems like there's no real rhyme or reason. But I mean, if there ever was a case for an appeal, he's got it. He 100% has it. He's also, unfortunately, probably been robbed of millions of dollars, because if he wins that fight, the rematch is even bigger. Now, to his point, there's a rematch clause that Gervonta...
Sure, but I actually understand why the New York State Athletic Commission did not want to overturn the results. Basically, they're saying that rounds 10, 11, and 12, they don't know how Gervonta Davis and even Lamont Roach would have adjusted to their, their fighting strategies and all that if a knockdown had been scored. Obviously, that changes the trajectory of...
Tank stepped into the ring against Lamont Roach, thinking it would be an easy win. But instead of a clear victory, the fight ended in controversy. Since then, many fans have criticized him, saying he should have lost. But that's not his only problem. He is also dealing with legal issues, which might force him to leave the sport soon.
Gervonta Davis taking a knee and then going midway, Steve Willis?
Yeah.
Doing the 4 count and then stops it.
That was crazy.
And then they allow it, and then they call it a draw, and then they say they try to overturn it, but they can't overturn it. It's already done. The gig is up. And then they keep it a draw, but they change the rules.
If I'm a boxer, if I get dropped, I'm gonna tell the ref to stop.
Yeah.
Tank did it.
Yeah.
Hey, stop. No.
Yeah, you gotta finish that count.
Yeah.
When Floyd got hurt, he hurt his hand, and one of his hands he touched. I don't even think he touched the kick canvas, but they started right away, giving him the 8 count.
Yeah.
Giving him a 10 count at least. He beat it. But this is my problem with today's sport of boxing, is that everyone's changing.
This isn't a surprise, because Tank had already said that 2025 would be his last year in boxing. But now, it might not be his choice. From the start of the fight, Tank was full of confidence, even telling Roach, "You're not going to win," as if he had already decided the result. But when the fight lasted all rounds, it was clear things didn't go as he expected, and that's why he's facing so much criticism now.
My intention for anything, go through the inspectors, okay? Just another fight. Just another fight. No need to get too deep about it. All right, just another fight. All right, been here before, know what it's all about. So.
The judges ruled the fight a draw, and while Davis was fine with that, Roach's team disagreed. They quickly pushed for the decision to be changed, arguing that Roach had done enough to win. However, after reviewing the case, the commission decided the draw would stay. That should have ended the issue, but Roach's team didn't give up. Instead, they brought up a new argument, one that could have serious consequences for Davis. During the fight, Tank did something unusual that caught the attention of fans, analysts, and even the commission. After taking
an 8 count, the ref is a very professional ref. He's one of the best in the world, but he made a big mistake right there. He helped the star, and when you know who the star is and who you're protecting, you still have to be fair, man. You still have to be fair because Roach walked away with the draw, but he should have been champion right now. And even though they already promised him a rematch, they already told him, I'm pretty sure they already told him how much he's gonna make in the rematch. He's still not a champion right now, and he should. Sometimes fighters prefer being a world champion than getting that big purse, because being a world champion is something special to them. And even though Roach is already a world champion at 130, but moving up to being a two division champion, beating somebody like Tank is huge for him, for his career, for his family, for his trainer, for everybody. I think that should have been a
timeouts or breaks in boxing. When a fighter takes a knee, the referee counts and decides if they can continue. This is a big part of the legal trouble Tank is facing. According to Lamont Roach's lawyers, Tank did something in the ring that shouldn't have happened and was never punished for it. They believe this shows how unfair boxing can be, favoring top fighters. Their argument is that because Tank is a fan favorite, he was given special treatment to protect his popularity. In their view, he should face the consequences, even if that means losing his boxing license.
I'm not sharp here, anything can happen.
Yo, Ryan, what do you think about the knockdown with Tank?
That was a knockdown, without a doubt. You can't spin it no other way, it's too clear. And I think the commission needs to do something about it because it can give me an incentive, anytime I'm not feeling good in a fight, take a knee.
Will they set a precedent?
And that's not a shot at Tank. I respect Tank, and I like Tank a lot.
One person adding to the controversy is Ryan Garcia. Known for speaking out on boxing issues, Garcia didn't hold back when discussing the fight on the Ring Champs with AK and Barack podcast. He criticized Davis for his performance against Roach and questioned the fight's result. Tank did what he always does, gave away rounds while Roach always had an answer, Garcia said. Anytime Tank tried to step it up, Roach came... More importantly, Garcia urged the commission to take action over the knee incident. I thought Lamont won, he said, and I think the commission needs to do something about that knee. If they don't, then fighters will think they can take a knee anytime they want. They have to do something. I mean, they took action against me, so they should do the same for others. Rules are rules, right? As the controversy grew, Lamont Roach Jr. also spoke out, though his approach was more calm and measured.
Yeah, he got lucky in the draw. He did a good fight, though. I thought he won it, but man, he gotta just create more action. That's a sparring session as far as I'm concerned. Oh my God. But goddamn, that's not the Gervonta I know.
Appearing on the Come and Talk to Me podcast, Roach defended Davis's skills, but made it clear that the fight was a tough challenge for both men. I definitely want people to know that he was at his best that night, Roach said. Just because he didn't meet expectations doesn't mean he fought badly. People are calling him overrated or saying he's not good, but he's a great fighter. While his words seemed respectful, there was a deeper message. Roach wants people to believe he faced the best version of Tank Davis, not a fighter past.
Show that night, I haven't watched the full fight. One thing that's kind of baffling is that it wasn't a knockdown. I mean, look, he wasn't hurt. There's no doubt about that. But if you take a knee in the fight and you touch down, whilst punches are being thrown, it has to be a knockdown. I've heard some people saying, oh, that he should be disqualified. He went back to the corner. I don't buy that, to be honest with you. I mean, I think that's a warning. But it's a bit of a bizarre situation. For me, there was a lot of people in boxing that were saying that this is a really tough fight. Lamont Roach is a serious fighter. I said it might not be the biggest profile fight, but it's actually quite a tough fight. And Shakur said to me, even the day before, I'm telling you, he's going to have big trouble tomorrow night. And I just feel hope.
While Roach defended Davis's skills, it was clear he wanted to keep the focus on his own performance. Meanwhile, outside opinions kept coming in. Promoter Eddie Hearn spoke out, saying Davis shouldn't be disqualified over the incident. But public opinion was already turning against Tank. If the commission let him off too easily, people would accuse them of favoritism. But if they punished him too harshly, it could seem like an overreaction. Either way, Tank was now in a tough situation, with no easy way out.
How are you, boss? Man, it's nice to meet you, man. You working hard, huh? How you get that power, bruh? Where that power come from? God given? I knew it. I knew it. God bless you, man. It's an honor to shake your hand. Yes, sir. Goes, man.
Just when it seemed things couldn't get more complicated, UFC legend Jon Jones joined the conversation. Widely considered one of the greatest mixed martial artists ever, Jones made a surprising offer to Davis. The two had met before, sparking some talk in the combat sports world, but now Jones had something bigger in mind. With all of Tank's legal troubles, Jones posted a video that quickly spread on social media, inviting Davis to step into MMA. He even offered to train him personally. "When are we getting you in the cage?" Jones asked. "I'll teach you myself, man. Grappling, jiu-jitsu, a little wrestling. It'll be easy for you."
To start a new boxing league with Turkey, who absolutely loves the sport of boxing.
I am very happy today. I give the flag of boxing to the best man who can handle it. He have a tough job now, but I am sure he will be delivering to the people and the fans the magnificent league and get boxing great again.
The model is proven to deliver the fights that the fans want to see. The best will fight the best, and the fighters will continue to move up the rankings and become world champions. We will continue to make announcements on where you can watch.
It was a bold move, but not a surprising one. Jon Jones has always supported crossover fights, and with Davis facing serious trouble in boxing, the idea of a fresh start in MMA might be tempting. While Tank didn't fully commit, his response caught everyone's attention. "Let's do it," he said. "I'm willing to do it." That single statement sparked a wave of speculation. If Davis seriously considered switching to MMA...
The fact that I do watch him fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really like boxing.
Are you open to immediate rematch?
In my contract, immediate rematch was signed. I signed for the immediate rematch when I signed for the first fight.
Right.
Just in case he lost.
The main reason they can't move on from Tank is the number of big fights lined up for him. The rematch with Roach is no longer just an idea. It's a necessity. If the referee had ruled Tank's knee as a knockdown, Lamont Roach Jr. would have secured a career-defining victory, and there wouldn't be so much controversy. But that didn't happen. And now the only way to settle things is with a rematch, which was already mandatory in case of a draw or a loss for Tank.
Like, let me know now. Do you want to fight Tank again? He said he open to a rematch. Do you want to fight Tank
100%.
again?
It's only a matter of time. We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight again. It's just whenever the fight gonna happen.
So it's gonna happen.
It's going to happen.
Okay. They say they want it in New York again. Do you want to fight again in the Barclays Center?
I wouldn't mind, but I love.
According to reports, both camps have agreed on a potential rematch date, June 21st in Las Vegas. The fact that it's happening so soon shows how badly fans want a clear winner. There's no belt dispute or mandatory obligation, just the need for a decisive ending. What makes this rematch even more interesting is how the perception of Davis has changed. Before their first fight, Roach Jr. was seen as an overachieving underdog. Now, many believe he should have already beaten Davis, and that changes everything. Fighters who aren't expected to win but prove they can compete often come back stronger in rematches. That's exactly what Roach is counting on.
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next. You might see it in a minute.
Meanwhile, Davis finds himself in an unfamiliar position. He's no longer the clear favorite. His performance against Roach Jr. raised real concerns about whether his best days are behind him. Even some of his supporters are starting to have doubts. The idea that Davis might be slowing down isn't just coming from fans, it's spreading among fighters too. Undefeated prospect Julian Gonzalez, who initially expected Davis to dominate, has changed his opinion. "I think I had Lamont Roach, I'm not going to lie," Gonzalez admitted. "But I wasn't mad at the draw. I'm rocking with Lamont now. He surprised me a lot. It's easy to see why. Roach is now seen as a real threat to Tank."
I thought I should have won without that being counted a knockdown. Look, I ain't the ref. I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he had to wipe sweat out his eye, he had to wipe sweat out his eye. But the rules do state, if you voluntarily take a knee, then that's an automatic hit. But it is what it is. I wasn't relying on that. I was relying on what I was doing.